In the heart of Mathura's prison, Devakī and Vasudeva endured captivity under the shadow of King Kamsa's tyranny. Despite the darkness, Devakī radiated a quiet, unbreakable hope, her spirit illuminated by the divine child she carried. Vasudeva, though shackled, remained steadfast, his prayers a silent shield for his wife and unborn child. Kamsa, tormented by a prophecy that Devakī's eighth child would end his reign, grew ever more paranoid, his power unable to silence his fear. The world outside suffered under Kamsa's rule, and the cries of the innocent reached the heavens. In response, the Supreme Lord chose this humble prison as the site of his descent, and Devakī as his sacred vessel. Even in the deepest night, a divine plan was unfolding, one that would soon shatter the darkness and restore hope. The universe held its breath, awaiting the moment when light would break through. In this cell, the fate of the world was quietly being rewritten. Consumed by dread, Kamsa resorted to cruel measures, desperate to escape his foretold fate. He mercilessly ended Devakī's children, believing he could outwit destiny itself. Yet the hand of the divine was already moving behind the scenes. Yoga Maya, the Lord's mysterious power, gently shifted Devakī's seventh child, Balarama, to the loving care of Rohini in distant Vrindavana. In this way, the Lord's eternal companion was protected, and the path was cleared for Krishna's divine arrival. Krishna's birth was no ordinary event. His essence was transferred from Vasudeva's heart into Devakī, filling her with a luminous celestial radiance. Witnessing this transformation, Kamsa was shaken to his core, caught between awe and terror, sensing that his downfall was drawing near. He faltered, paralyzed by the struggle between his violence and his fear, powerless before the force of destiny. Unseen by Kamsa, the universe's greatest beings assembled in anticipation, ready to honor the unborn Lord with reverence. The world was poised for a miracle that would transform all existence. High above the prison walls, a quiet gathering of celestial beings assembled in the heavens, their luminous forms hidden from human sight, radiating divine brilliance. At their head stood Brahmā, Śiva, and Indra, not as rulers, but as humble seekers, drawn by devotion and awe, their hearts united in reverence for the Lord growing within Devakī. Their sacred presence transformed the prison, turning its stone walls into a sanctuary more holy than any temple. With one purpose, they offered silent prayers, their love forming a shield of light around Devakī and her unborn child. The demigods gazed down in wonder, aware they were witnessing the beginning of a sacred story that would echo through time. No grand celebration was needed. Their pure devotion was the only proclamation. In that sacred moment, heaven and earth were joined by a bridge woven from love and faith. All waited in silent reverence for the Lord to appear. The demigods gathered in reverence, Brahmā leading their voices in prayer, extolling the Lord as the timeless source of all that is, the light behind all realities. O Supreme One, you are the wellspring of existence, the refuge where every soul finds shelter and peace. By your will, the universe awakens, endures, and returns to rest. They honored your boundless, transcendental nature, recognizing your descent as a blessing of compassion to restore virtue and dispel the shadows of unrighteousness. You arrive by your own divine choice, untouched by worldly laws, to shield your faithful and overcome the forces of darkness. Their prayers rose, pleading for relief from the weight of cruel rulers and suffering hearts, and for the gentle protection of Devakī and Vasudeva. Meditating on the unborn Lord within the womb, they chanted his sacred names with devotion, surrendering their hearts at his lotus feet in silent awe. Each utterance blossomed as a flower of love, a heartfelt plea for the world's renewal and deliverance. Their hymns soared, weaving a tapestry of hope, echoing through the vastness of the cosmos. As the final prayers drifted away, a gentle calm settled over the prison walls, the very air shimmering with the promise of protection and hope. The demigods, their purpose fulfilled, quietly withdrew, leaving behind blessings that embraced Devakī, Vasudeva, and all living beings. Devakī was enveloped in a profound serenity, her heart now overflowing with a deep, joyful anticipation. Vasudeva sensed the transformation within her, and together they realized the extraordinary destiny of the child they awaited. The world slumbered, unaware that fate had quietly turned. The Lord's arrival was near. Soon, the shadows would be swept away by light. A new dawn was on the horizon, and all of creation waited in breathless expectation. The hour of Krishna's birth and the world's renewal was about to begin. This knowledge is your birthright, your soul's nourishment. ShriKrishnaGatir channel is here to serve this spiritual knowledge as the soul is satisfied in Krishna's nama.